You're always home.
I'm always home?
Most of the times. I think you should go more.
But it's her house. Woo, this week Joan tested her fiance Greg's mom on purpose.
And you know, one day I just said, F it.
After seemingly getting fed up of living with her because her son hasn't gotten a job yet.
She said she did get a little offended. She was kind of a little taken back by it.
I just wanted to see her reaction.
What?
The ick has taken over. I repeat, the ick has taken over. Because Joan, my girl, I don't know about that strategy. I think it showed more about you than it did her.
She was just like, why would she say something like this? I'm the provider. This is my house, so. And that's the truth.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
It's Malicia.
Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Malicia. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are well. Quick recap to make sure everyone is in the loop. Joan is from Uganda, she's 26 and her fiance Greg is from New York. He's 35, unemployed, and still lives with his mother. And it's not that he's just unemployed, because things happen. It's that he acts like he doesn't want to work. Joan has been pushing him to get a job. According to her, he should have gotten one before she arrived in the US a few weeks ago.
Thanks.
And while Joan wants to move out of his mom's house in a matter of months, Greg told her he was aiming for 2 years.
Oh, hell no.
But this episode, he finally goes on a job interview. And while Greg is at the interview, Joan spends time with his mom.
She doesn't sit around depressed or anything. The other night, she asked me where the mop and bucket was, and she wanted to clean the bathroom upstairs at her and Gregory. That's the bathroom they use, in which Gregory would never do that. So I think she's doing all right.
As they are folding socks, Greg's mom inquires about Joan's lifestyle in Uganda.
How do you guys do laundry? Here we just throw it in the washing machine. It's great, right?
Just wash it with our hands.
Oh.
It can take me like 3 to 4 hours to just finish up all the clothes.
Wow.
America just makes everything easier.
Joan and Greg's wedding also comes up. Joan reveals some of her family members are working on getting their visas so they can come to the ceremony in the States, which I think is great. But here is when the tension starts to boil.
But we make you feel welcome and comfortable, all right?
Yeah.
Tell me the truth.
Greg's mom opens the floor by asking if there is anything Joan doesn't like.
You're a kind person, you're loving. Yes, I like everything here, but
Miss your food?
miss our food, our soul.
She says she misses their soul. I wish she would have elaborated a little bit more on that. Joan goes on to say she also needs privacy and then hits Greg's mom with this.
Oh, privacy.
Yeah, because sometimes you're in the house, so
I'm in the house.
you're always home.
Well, she's probably in her 60s or up and retired. Where else is she supposed to be most of the time?
I'm always home?
Most of the times. I think you should go more.
Joan says she's just a direct person. And listen, I appreciate that. But there's a difference between being direct and being rude or inconsiderate. Now, granted, there might be some cultural differences at play, a mismatch in communication styles. Things might get lost in translation, not because of language, but because of culture. But here in the States, being direct like that can get you in trouble. And if there is one thing I've learned, it's not always what you say, you already know, but it's how you say it.
I'll always be grateful for Mrs. Lucille's hospitality, but I feel like she's made it easier for Greg to stay in the house. Greg has this comfortable situation at home, but I want more for us.
So it's sounding like she's starting to resent Greg's mom for babying him. And while I totally get that, I would assume it's natural. Joan is also choosing to stay with Greg for whatever reason. No one is forcing her to.
As far as me being out of the house more, that just offends me a little bit, that's all.
Meanwhile, Joan said, I'm gonna keep folding these socks.
Why would she say something like that? I have been very accommodating to them, so that sends off all signals that maybe she is an appreciative person.
But it is also your house. You're free to stay.
Yeah.
Is she giving her permission?
We are the intruders here.
Oof, it's looking like the more Joan loses respect for Greg, she loses it for his mama. Later, Greg comes home and his mom tells him about what happened.
I'll talk to her, but I'm sorry.
And Joan shocks me when Greg confronts her about offending his mom, and she admits to doing it on purpose.
She was kind of a little taken back by
I
it.
just wanted to see her reaction. Testing her patience.
But why?
So Joan wasn't just being direct and speaking her mind. She was being calculated. Is she trying to assert dominance in the house? Trying to put a rift between Greg and his mom?
So is there like other tests? Is that what it's gonna always be like, you know?
Me and your mom, we don't like casual talk a lot.
Yeah.
So I need to see like the person I'm going to stay with. Like, I need to know her better, like what upsets her.
Yeah. I don't know a woman who actually likes or loves her man and would intentionally try to upset his mom who has been kind to you.
I need to know her better, like what upsets her, what I have to do, what I don't have to say.
I think she doesn't really understand what you meant by it.
It looks like Joan is tired, annoyed, and wants out. So she is caring less and less about what she says. Because where did this strategy, this calculated move, get her? I would assume now it's going to be even more uncomfortable in the house for all three of them.
2 days before I got on the plane, I was like, I'm really leaving a lot in Uganda to come to America just to be with my fiancé. So I was like, no, I don't think I can go. So I told him, can we just cancel? Life is not easy here in America because I have no one here. He has to stand for me. But he took his mom's side.
Yeah, I tried to put myself in Joan's shoes. She's an educated woman. She's left everything and everyone she knows behind and has moved to a new country. And now she's with a man who has no motivation, which is an absolute turnoff. She's not going to be perfect, right? She has frustrations that are boiling over. But I hope she can look back on this moment and admit that purposefully making that woman feel uncomfortable in her own home, especially when that same home is sheltering you, was uncalled for. In my opinion, it wasn't a good strategy at all. Next week, they start planning the wedding.
Ideally, we would like to have the wedding in the backyard of our house.
She's our financial budget, so
Yeah.
he also has to pay for that dowry. If you don't follow the culture, you can't have the wedding.
I wonder if his mom is going to loan him the money for the dowry. It's about $3,000. That would be something. Whew. All right, 90 Day Fans fam. I'm talking to Mark soon about his relationship with his fiancée Mina and the dynamics with his family. Drop any questions you may have below and I'll pick a few. I'll see you next time.